Caged Minds, we have Jordan Espinosa with us talking CES 41. How you doing, sir?
Doing good.
Dinis Paiva, the opponent. What are your thoughts, first off, on the guy you're going to be facing here on January 27th?
Tough guy. He's won the last 5 out of 6 fights by first round KOs, so he has power. I'm excited.
A heavy-handed opponent. What do you do with that then?
Lots of movement. Don't stand flat-footed. Like most guys at 125, I have the speed advantage against. It's going to be no different this time at 135.
Now, talking about that, you bounce back and forth between 25, 35. I believe this is going to be your 3rd straight at 35. Is there a different feeling for you how you feel fight night 35 to 25?
Yeah. There's been several times where I've cut to 125, and the night of the fight, I cut a lot of weight, and then the night of the fight, I can still feel it in my stomach and in my body. Every time I've fought at 135, win or lose, come fight time, I feel fine physically. So I would definitely rather not cut a lot of weight and fight a bigger opponent than cut tons of weight and look shitty in the fight. So.
Do you think across MMA there's been kind of a change with guys, a lot more people cutting a lot less weight recently?
Yeah, I think people are starting to realize that it's ultimately not really worth it. As more people start to move up in weight, I think the guys that are a little bit smaller for some of their weight classes, they'll be like, all right, well, maybe it's okay for me to be fighting at the weight I'm supposed to be without cutting a lot of weight. Yeah, I think it's a good thing for people to be cutting less weight and fighting at their more walk-around range.
And in your case right now, do you still feel that either or is a good weight class for you? Or?
I mean, honestly, I'm probably pretty small for 135. Walk around, I mean, at the highest I get is about 148. But when I'm in shape and when I'm in camp, I'm right around 144, and after practices 141, 140. So cutting 135 is a no-brainer for me, considering I've been cutting weight for 13 years now. So.
And then being a smaller 135, have any of the guys felt that much bigger? Has it really felt like a difference in any of the fights?
I've fought, I would say, 3 guys that I was like, dang, that guy was huge. But in those fights, I didn't do terrible, and I thought I did well. Chris Dunn was one of them. I remember he was probably cut from about 165, probably 170. Rico DeShilo was probably a little bit bigger. He was like 5'10". So no, it just depends. I've really never felt like someone was just way stronger than me or was like overwhelmed by their weight. So it's not a big deal. I mean, I have faith in my technique and in my speed and my skill to get me through those fights.
And we'll drop the bombshell. You were actually born out where you're going to be fighting. So what does that give you? Does that give you some extra motivation? Family you may not have seen in a while?
Not really. The main motivation was that I fought over there 3 years ago, and I probably had my worst pro performance ever the last time I fought over there. So that's more my motivation to perform this time. And back then they didn't have the TV deal, so this time they do. So it's gonna be that much sweeter. Last time I was there, I was still a baby. I don't remember any of it. I was literally like 1 year old. So. It's still cool. I'll be close to where I was born, but as far as family and stuff goes out there, I honestly don't think I have it.
So as far as the Access TV side of it, that kind of spotlight, does it give you an eagerness about the fight?
Yeah, I mean, I think the last time I fought on Access TV and I beat Barata, who was 6-0 at the time, and it was a really good performance for me. So I'm excited to go and do that again. I'm not getting any younger, and I feel like this year, with these 2 fights coming up in the first 3 months, it could be a big year for me.
So we'll be back here in about a month or so to bug you about GKO 9. But what's your goals for 2017?
I'm trying to get in the UFC, man. If I win this fight, the GKO fight, I'll be 11-4, and then 7-0-1 in my last 8 fights. So I mean, that looks pretty good to me. And then if I have to get another 1 or 2 more before the year's out to get in the UFC, I'm down too. But that 25 roster doesn't have very much depth. So.
Jordan Espinosa, thank you for the time.
Thanks, Michael.